Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a review of Alaloth, Champions of the Four Kingdoms. Now, this is an early access, so do take that with a grain of salt, but a lot of the framework is done on this review. That the game has got about a year left of development, as they say, and a lot of this is kind of set in stone, and I will grade it as such. We're going to show you off everything in the game and a way to cheese it quite a bit as well. This is a game I love, and I also really hate. Well, let's show off some of the things in the new game. This is a single-player game. It does have multiplayer, but it is a huge caveat on that, and we'll talk about that later on in the video. But now you've got a single-player campaign. That's just you. You're the hero of all the kingdoms. Nothing else is going on. And you can play that way, and it's alright. But also the competitive campaign, which I don't know if it's buggy or not. And also, my other big caveat is this developer didn't really have anything for mouse and keyboard support. Barely there. Because you're putting it on PC, you should probably at least support that. And also, if you want to report anything about this game, bugs, etc., you got to join the Discord. I don't know what everything is about lately. Developers, they want you to go hang out on their Discord. Steam forums, not good enough. I don't know. It's just a little, I've been a little weird, and I know everybody uses Discord. What about the players that don't, though? My only thing. But this one is the competitive campaign. Well, you'll be facing off against 3 AI heroes trying to do the same thing. But I will show you, as I found out, it's basically trying to fight, picking a fight with baby Hitler. 3 little baby Hitlers. But alright, let's go into competitive campaign, and we'll show you off the other stuff. You do get the usual races, humans, elves. They do have their stats. And one thing you will begin to notice creep into here, a lot of text. There is some major info dumps on this. Excessive. That is a big thing about this game. And alright, yeah, we got a couple of races. Let's just go with human. Fighting style. This is only the intro weapon you get. It doesn't matter. One-handed shield. You should not use that. Heavy weapon would be okay. Yeah, pole armor, heavy weapon. I did go dual wielding for this video, though. So pick dual wielding. And then you have just a different, quite a few. And this is 10 houses. And each house has for a different race. So you've got 40 houses in total. And you cannot tell the difference between any of these. A lot of info dumps, a lot of names. None of it, unfortunately, really matters. Yeah, we'll just pick that one, alright. And alignment. Alignment only really matters in the companions that you pick. It does not seem to change the game in any other way, because I did go evil, because I thought that'd be fun. But no, I'm kind of a goody two-shoes, except I say I'm evil. I'll pick evil. And also gods as well. You get a couple buffs with these. So that's not too bad. I did go with Tutum, the Goddess of Beauty, for mine, because I thought that was kind of cool. Wasn't too worried about getting, min-maxing there. But also really interesting caveat for this. It depends on if you die, it'll be what shrine you kind of go as. So if you get a shrine that's kind of far out, if you die from your starting area, I kind of got thrown into the wolf's den a little bit. But I'll pick that. Alright, yeah, the character is not... It's not great. Let's go gender and show that again. Pretty basic. Remember, this is an indie developer, Gamer Active. It's not that great. The hair is kind of, And I stopped using the sword and shield as well because the shield clipped through the character. Now, that's not a big thing, but it was kind of annoying. Alright, we're going to dive back into my other game, and we're going to talk about some of the good things and some of the bad. Alright, so we're in a major elven city right now, and one thing you will see, gosh darn, this game is pretty. It is by far prettier than it even has a right to be. Graphically, this game is amazing, and it's so beautiful. The music's decent as well. There's an intro scene, which is actually rather nicely explained, kind of the intro plot of the story. But nothing else is the voice acted. They do plan on caveating getting some of the main characters' couple lines, or your companions. Yeah, but this is where the info dump happens, and I just actually stopped reading any of this because it doesn't really matter. Alright, so some more lore, and there's some more lore over here. And I hope you wanted some more lore, because there's a lot more lore where that came from. It's got more lore than R.R. Martin. Okay. I'll say the caveat, you note on the bottom right, we've got our health as well. Money, our carrying weight, and then of course you can check your journal. This pops up. All these are very beautiful. There's a lot of cities, 4 different kingdoms. Very beautiful set pieces. But they are all about exactly the same thing. They have vendors. They've got an inn. Sometimes you'll talk to the king of the region. That's about it. And so many quests. How many quests, you might ask? I didn't actually stop picking them up. But this is all the active quests I have right now. And a lot of them aren't that. They're almost kind of like a fetch quest. There is a lot. So many. So many. Alright, let's all get to, we'll talk about the crafting system as well. It's pretty basic. And I kind of already grew it very quickly. We're only about, I'd say about 12 hours in this run. Oh, there's another quest. Yeah, okay. Oh, I actually just finished the quest. Oh, good. Good on me. And we do have mounts, and they do get you a little bit faster. And sometimes you'll get rewarded with mounts that don't actually have buffs. Yeah, some of these do have some good buffs. And then I got rewarded nice-looking horses that had no buffs. So obviously, you would go with the horses with buffs. So I don't know why that horse is even a thing. But, because you will have to repair. You lose durability after every fight. So you do have to repair. And after a while, yeah, in the beginning it's a little rough, but this game, somebody claimed this was tougher than Dark Souls. Or an Elden Ring. No, this is baby Elden Ring. This is not tough. But yeah, you can craft various things, and you can use different ingots. Leather rags and metal scraps are just always Elden Ring metal scraps. And you get a different texture, and there's a little bit different values. But I think right now I do have the best. I crafted some crazy armor. And basically I'm about untouchable for the most part. Which is rather nice. You can buy various things. Alright. So let's go out. Show you off a little bit more beauty of the map. I also just want to show off the Waterfall of Wishing because look at this. It's like the Mona Lisa of video games. It is beautiful. But also very shallow as well. Like, it's got great beauty. Look at that. Oh, man. Yeah, they're all very small areas, but beautifully done. Well, let's go pop into the overworld map, and we'll get into the juicy bit, the combat, which I do find enjoyable, with a few minor caveats. Loading times have been generally pretty good as well. Alright, so you now actually will go into the overworld map. This is a good-sized map as well. And there are various evil guys running around the map, and you can take them on to get some general loot. But the main pool is the field areas. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. We've actually got a level 4 over there that I haven't conquered. And once you conquer one, the AI cannot claim that. And we'll get into that as well, because that is a very interesting thing, because the AI, like I said, it's fighting baby Hitler. They're not doing a terrible job. There's no set difficulty in the game. It's just the difficulty is what it is. And of course, maybe they might need to tweak it and balance it a little bit, but do we have anything? Already got that one. There is a devil horn up there, actually. Ooh. Well, maybe. Well, we should grab this one just so the AI. I don't think the AI is going to grab it. Because I've grabbed all the small ones. So the problem is, the AI can't really grab any of the smaller ones. So they can't get any skill points. So they can't level up. Alright, we got some combat. Oh, this is actually interesting. Because like I was talking about fighting baby Hitler, let's go do that. You won't be able to pull any of your companions into this fight, but you will find out you don't need to. So one of the champions is going to try to stop us. So we're trying to get the 4 artifacts. I'm going to go summon. And you are just getting stomped by... Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And I get his unique weapon as well. Now, he's not dead forever. He's going to be dead for a couple days. And then he'll come back, kind of like we do if we die. But, yeah. That was the great fight. Now, that might have been a challenge earlier, but they've just started showing up. So what's he going to do there? All right. Let's go Civil War. This will be a little bit more of a challenge. More text dump. But let's talk about the text dump for a second, because I'm going to bring you to the Codex. The long, insanely long. I have been playing for, like I said, over 12 hours, and I have not unlocked all of this. It's... Because every alignment you can get 4 companions. And they have their own side quests as well. All really forgettable. Enemies have their own codex, which is nice. There's also Grandmasters, which doesn't really... I definitely wouldn't recommend using Grandmaster, because you get a powerful item if you become that class. But then you can never change, because there's these Grand Orbs of Chaos that you can get that allow you to respec. But you don't want to do that because you like to combine, and I can show you how to really great cheese build. If you get set locked in one way and you don't like it, well, yeah, you're kind of hosed. But definitely something I wouldn't recommend. And all the 4 rulers, yada, yada, yada. They do plan on 8 more locations, I do believe. But there are just pages and pages of lore, and a lot of it is sometimes just a wall of text. I'm trying to look for it. I think it's in some of the other lore. But yeah, it's just not properly paragraphed, and it's just, look at that. I think that's one of those bad Steam reviews you see that nobody puts paragraphs. I'm not going to read that. You throw all this information at me, but you don't involve me as a player in anything in the world. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I see a lot of Korean MMOs do this. They just throw all this stuff at you, and so look at it. It just goes on and on, and it does have, yeah, these tutorials as well. They'll pop up when you're actually doing stuff, and they're fairly short, and they get to the point, so I do like the tutorials in this. But also, we want to talk about as well, let's talk about the character stats, because I've got it maxed out. You can only get so many, though you do want to take every dungeon, so the AI can't get it, but they don't think they can get anything anyway. So you can only get a certain number of character stats. So I did get all strength because damage is key, a little bit of constitution, and somehow my luck has gone all the way up. I'm not entirely sure how, but it has. All right, fair enough. And every one field arena, the first field arena you do get a trait. But then it's another 2 traits, so you get about a total of 4. I went with bleeding physical resistance up, physical damage reduction up, magic damage down, cooking bonus, and none of this is key, plus 50%. The max health 75 doesn't really matter, but the cooking bonus 50 is very good. And also we did go for this kind of cheesy build, Way of Nature skill cooldown decreased by 20%, and you're going to want to have some gear that has a skill cooldown as well. So you can just spam that glorious cheese. Now, Way of Arms, I really didn't mess with it. It is all about the weapon skills. Yeah, quite a bit of physical damage. I did go slightly in the Way of Nature. I did respec one time because I accidentally chose Force Wave, which was not really that good. But Fire Blast is something you do want to pick up right away because it is awesome for fire damage. Later on, you'll have enemies that won't really take fire damage, but it's still a great one to have. And Earthquake is really great because that knockdown skill also applies to bosses, and there'll be a lot of human bosses, and you can just knock them down. And with the cooldown on that, very short, if you got the buffs and everything, you basically can just keep spamming it, and it's beautiful. And also the familiar, because that is great. Also has some healing skills for the familiar, but you're not going to really need that, because you can just resummon them anyway. Why do I want to heal them? Alright, Way of Gods is healing for your companions, but your companions, unless you have, yeah, you're playing with somebody else, and then we'll get to this, because this is a very big caveat, because it's multiplayer, but not really. Alright, so any of that is just healing skills, a little bit of necromancy. I do recommend Vampiric Touch. With Vampiric Touch, yeah, you are, with cooldown as well decreased, you are about invincible. Okay. The ways that goes. So basically the big thing is all, as you can see, I've grabbed 2 of the kingdoms, all of their areas already. And now I'm just working on finishing up Republic of Laristar, and then the other one. And you're looking for these artifacts, the 4 artifacts, so we can fight Alaloth and the 5th kingdom. But yeah, if you do lose in an area, those, whatever how many relics you have are automatically there, and you got to go beat the area to get them back. We don't have too much. So right now the AI can't really do too much. They're coming after me, but they don't have the skills to do it. I'm already too powerful. It's way too late. They didn't get any of the field areas like they were supposed to. I don't know what they were doing. Alright, let's go do an area. And you can't cook up here. And it did take me quite a while to figure out, because a lot of that said food dressing. They don't sell that in every town. I found that in a very obscure town to the south. So I could actually, so a lot of that in the beginning you couldn't cook. It was very interesting. But I'm just going to, the key is, you'll start getting a ton of money. Then just buy the best food. Use that. Also, yeah, we'll go over our gear real quick as well. Because I've got a plus more damage against humanoids, so that's not bad. Plus 30 physical damage. I picked up these swords from the rulers. Some really great bleeding chances now. Yeah, and here we go. 15% skill cooldown. 10% critical damage. And the belt, 15% skill cooldown. So already we have 30% cooldown, plus another 20%. These do stack. So spam a lot. Incoming. We'll use some spicy potatoes. And remember, we do have 50% on those stats. We get 50% added on to that. That's not too bad. I'm going to say, ooh, that's not bad. And also remember, you can only carry 4 pocket items. Once you're in the area, you cannot access your inventory. So whatever you have on you, you're going to have for the duration. Just trying to see if we have any different food. Because that would be probably at least 35 to 40 damage reduction and magic reduction. That's not bad. And it does apply to your allies as well. That's not a bad food. Okay. So we'll go through an area and show the combat. Now this is where you can actually have your friends play along. And one of the caveat, I didn't unlock this, and I found this until I found a companion, which was not easy. About 5 hours into the game. So, yeah, they can only join you as these people. They can have their own champions join you. You can't all run around and be awesome. You would be playing as one of these. It does have local co-op. It does have remote play together, so you can play, but you would be playing as these guys, who, frankly, aren't that good. But we could add it. And also, why would I never want to bring my companions? It's very weird. I cannot equip these guys with anything. They have a couple sets of skills. They do come with 1 healing potion. Xian here has died about 5 seconds almost into every fight. Alright, let's venture forth. But that is where the multiplayer aspect. They are planning down the road maybe something about having PvP. Might be able to feed each other, but this game not going to probably sell like hotcakes, so I don't know how many people you're going to find for that audience. But alright, so we're in this area. And then you can only leave until you beat it or you die. Alright, let's get that up, because yeah, we have that. Let's go that. And And you all see I'm knocking you down, and... In my armor, I am basically probably about invincible now. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Yeah, beautiful landscapes, beautiful areas, beautiful music. I enjoy the combat. A little bit of a balance issue, but I kind of enjoy being crazy like this, though. They're all skill and stamina-based attacks, so we gotta... There we go. Oh, there's a giant over there. Okay. He's coming after me, but... Yeah, way too slow. Oh, he did get me actually that time. But as you see, also, when you hit, sometimes you do gain some health back as well. Okay, that's down. Hey, let's head this way. There's a lot of side stuff you can do in here, too, if you want to pick something. Sometimes there's a quest or something. Sometimes the line of sight's a little weird. You can do enemy lock-on as well, but usually you're fighting so many people, it doesn't really matter. Oh. Yeah, the AI is dumb as a rock sometimes. You see Zion's already at half. And this is a level 4 dungeon. The level 5 one, like the Prince Skull, is the tougher one where you're basically just facing off against a boss. And I've had a couple ones that were kind of generally tough, but generally they're usually a cakewalk. Oh, that's... and spiders. Get out of there. Oh, we lost our guy. That's okay, just resummon him. Wrong. I got this about 20 bucks, and I did get the supporter pack as well, but the supporter pack gives a couple items. The most importantly was the Chaos Orbs in case you do want to respec. Otherwise, it costs about 2,500 gold. Yeah, at these local merchants. Doesn't want to support the developer. I have really enjoyed this game, but it's got a lot of issues. I can't give it a light recommendation, but all right, let's. Yep. And I don't even have the other two companions yet, so you can imagine how one-sided this is. Hello, boys. And 3 seconds later, as you can see, and you can actually even get it worse than that, so I could spam that shockwave so much. And why don't we go this way? I think this is kind of taking us back the way we came a little bit. Yep, dead bodies. Okay. That's a good caveat indicator. As you can see, I haven't really even taken... Even you guys are somehow getting a little luckier. Maybe it's the food, though. I think this might be more side, but let's... Break your guard. Yep, you are down. The music is decent. Oh, that's got to be where it is. Too dangerous for me. You coward. Come on. Might as well, no witnesses, real quick. Yeah, but initially I wouldn't even try Sword and Shield because you'll be overwhelmed just by yourself. But later on, if you had a party of 4, you probably could maybe pull it off a little bit. But dual wielding, double the damage. Why would you not? I mean, you can combine status effects on weapons. Oh, you game. That is kind of hilarious. But you get the point. I do appreciate that. So we lost a little bit of durability, and then we have to go back and get our things. But that was actually pretty good. But overall, I do give this game a light recommendation. And I hope that helps you out or avoid that thing. That's hilarious. I won't even edit that out. Overall, I do want to give it like a 7 out of 10 as it stands right now, though. It's got some great stuff, but it's got lore. It makes the story very forgettable. It's just too much. It's not presented in a good way. Major imbalance in the combat a little bit, but I don't think it depends on what you're into. If you want a bit more tougher challenge, I guess you could make it tougher in yourself. But there's no set difficulty. Maybe they'll balance it out more. So you might want to wait. The big thing is also not really proper mouse and keyboard support yet. I think that is a big issue, but overall, I'm enjoying it. I have been playing it quite a bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. So definitely maybe at least keep it on the wish list, see how it develops. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you back in Alaloth once again.